There are many innovative planning and problem-solving principles and practices. Some of these include Covey's 7 habits, the SWOT model and Eisenhower matrix, the risk assessment model, the principle of sustainability, the 3Q evaluation practice, and many more. Two that I will be focusing on are the principle of sustainability and the 3Q evaluation practice. The principle of sustainability is about meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This can be looked at through several different lenses such as environmental, social, cultural, and economic aspects. The 3Qs approach is a tool that helps you to understand where you've been successful in your planning, where you have failed, and the areas that you need to improve on. This practice consists of 3 questions. What worked well, what hasn't worked well, and what issues, ideas, or concerns does this raise? These principles and practices can be applied within sport and recreation in many ways. To narrow it down, I have decided to talk about how the principle of sustainability and the 3Qs approach are relevant. The direct environmental impact of sporting events can be quite significant, from local sporting activities to major events such as the Olympic Games. Because of this, it is important to consider principles such as sustainability when these events are being planned and executed. Sustainable principles are applied to sporting events by creating lightweight, low-impact designs for stadiums, looking at ways to make these structures multi-purpose, managing carbon and water footprints, creating less waste in general, and paying attention and implementing biodiversity protection. The 3Qs approach can be applied at a larger scale for sport event planning, but I believe that it also can be applied at a personal level for an athlete to navigate competitions, maybe. The 3 questions of this practice could really help an athlete to understand how they can improve or learn from their competitions, what areas of their training they might need to focus more on, and how to prepare better for future competitions. At the beginning of the semester, I made a personal SWOT analysis before we were put into our workshop groups. Doing this helped me to understand where I could be useful in the group and the things that I might not be able to do. The group I put together to organize one of the activities in our event consisted of some people who had strengths that for me were weaknesses. The SWOT analysis was really helpful because it allowed me to be honest with myself by recognizing my weaknesses and allowing other people to help me when I needed it. This allowed our group to achieve things much more effectively. SMART is a principle that helps people to set achievable goals. During my foundation year before university, I had to apply the SMART goal setting strategy in one of my courses. My specific goal at the time was to get into uni. I applied this principle by setting small goals for myself, measuring my progress, relating these goals to my long-term objectives, and making sure that I had smaller goals achieved before I looked at the bigger picture. This was helpful to me because a lot of the time I look at my goals and they seem so big and unachievable. The strategy allowed me to break down the goal and fully understand the specifics of what, why, and how I could accomplish it. My online portfolio includes a SWOT analysis, an Eisenhower matrix, and 2 reflective summaries. The strengths, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities that I have are shown in my SWOT analysis. Some of my key strengths and weaknesses include communication, adaptability, time management, and multitasking. The Eisenhower matrix shows the things that are important, urgent, not important, and not urgent in my life. Some of the most important and urgent things in my life at the moment are assignment deadlines and studying for exams. The first reflection is about my personal role and responsibilities in my team and how I contributed to the planning and execution of the workshop. The second reflection talks about my contribution to other workshops that I attended and the things that I learned from participating in them.